All right, so hello, Fernanda. Thank you for joining me today. So I wanted to ask you a little bit about the tough realities of having a small business here in the state of New Jersey, and I wanted to ask you some questions regarding how tough it is. The first question. So according to a study called the Patriot Software 2025 Startup Index, the state of New Jersey is the eighth hardest state now to start a business. What is your opinion on that? Do you think that there's validity to that, or is it really that hard to start a business here in
I
the state?
mean, I think it is, with all the taxes that we're facing right now, and we're one of the top most expensive state to, accordance of taxes. Even with the whole credit card processing, we're getting hit the highest. So it is tough, especially to start out from scratch. Definitely, we've been around for over 20 to 25 years, and it's rough even right now with all the raises. Definitely hard.
And how hard was all that like since COVID began? Because I noticed that you guys like were, and no disrespect to you guys, but you guys were like driving up the prices on everything. I'm like, what is happening? Like, what's happening to our businesses? So it's like, how tough was it for you guys to keep going after COVID?
Honestly, I think if we didn't own the property, because this is a family established business, I think if we did not own the property, we wouldn't even be here. I think the people have an assumption that we're just like a big corporate. It's not that we get these big discounts when we're buying from our distributors or anywhere else that we go, that we do get this discount. You don't get this discount because we're not buying by bulks. So that's a big difference as well. So I don't think if it was due that we own the property, we wouldn't be here after COVID.
I see. And do you feel, as you said, you've been owning, your family has been owning this business for the last 2 decades, over the last 2 decades. Over that time, did you ever feel, or do you feel now that the state tries hard enough to help small businesses thrive for long periods of time?
I don't.
And
I
why?
feel I feel they cater more to big, corporate companies than small businesses. It just, with all, like I said, all the outcomes, I think we get hit the most because we're not in that big tier that we're making that much money. So we're in a tier that you're taking more from us.
And what have you particularly seen specifically that has made you think that way in regards to how the state treats the
I mean,
big
just in
companies?
the tax break, I feel like, we don't get so much of a tax break since we don't have so much write off like, bigger companies that have big, a lot more employees. We don't get that big tax break.
I see. Moving on, what local policies or conditions do you feel make it more difficult for a small business to succeed here?
I mean, like I said, it comes down to obviously taxes, and I feel, especially in the community that we're in, it's a little difficult.
Conversely, are there any support systems, incentives, or community factors in New Jersey that have helped you stay afloat?
I mean, if we were going back to COVID, obviously like everybody, the PP loan was great for everybody, but other than that, not really. So maybe because we don't qualify for so many things, because like I said, we're a small business. We only have 12 employees, so we don't really qualify for the big breaks that some other companies do, because you have more, you could take more if you have a bigger group. We don't. So we're getting hit with having sometimes it has to be an individual plan for health or some, stuff like that. So in that sense, I believe no.
Okay, no, yeah, that's fair. And last question, looking ahead, what changes would you like to see in New Jersey to make it easier for small businesses like yours to thrive, whether that's in policy, business climate, or community support? What do you think
I mean, I
you
think
want to see?
community-wise, I think community is great, or where we're at. A lot of people do like us where we're at. I feel Would it be better if the prices were a little lower on certain things? Absolutely. And then you also don't want to upset the customer. You can't. We're not, like I said, we're not like a supermarket that you could go in. Well, not one week it's one price. The following week, because they got that produce at a certain price, you're hiring your price. We're not. We have to keep our price steady. So at the end of the day, some people don't understand that you can't keep on raising your prices whenever the market goes up. Can other business do that? Absolutely. I think as a restaurant business, we're not allowed to do that, because down the street they'll probably have a better price because they're getting something cheaper. So I would like to see, like maybe a tax cut or prices going down, something like that, to help not even prices, but help sales go up. Absolutely.